Ancient Egypt is often remembered for its pyramids, pharaohs, and mummies. But behind these wonders was a civilization of incredible scientific and technological achievement. The Egyptians developed tools, methods, and knowledge that allowed them to build monumental structures, advance medicine, and understand the natural world. Even today, modern scientists and engineers are fascinated by their innovations. From astronomy to medicine, the ingenuity of the ancient Egyptians shaped their society and left a lasting legacy. Perhaps the most famous technological achievement of ancient Egypt was architecture. The Egyptians designed and built massive stone structures, including the pyramids, temples, and tombs. The Great Pyramid of Giza, constructed around 2580 BCE, demonstrates their mastery of engineering. They used simple machines like levers, ramps, and pulleys to move enormous stones. Mathematical precision was essential. Their knowledge of geometry allowed them to align structures with the stars and cardinal points. Even without modern tools, they achieved remarkable accuracy and durability that has lasted thousands of years. The ancient Egyptians were skilled astronomers. They studied the movements of the sun, moon, and stars to create calendars and predict seasonal changes. The annual flooding of the Nile, critical for agriculture, was timed using celestial observations. Egyptians developed a 365-day calendar, dividing the year into 12 months of 30 days each, with 5 extra days at the end. They also understood the concept of a solar year and could track stars' positions to plan agricultural and religious events. This knowledge influenced architecture as well. Pyramids and temples were often aligned with specific stars and solstices. Ancient Egyptian medicine was surprisingly advanced. Doctors used a diagnosis, surgery, and herbal remedies to treat illnesses. Medical texts, such as the Ebers Papyrus, describe treatments for infections, injuries, and internal diseases. Egyptians practiced basic surgery, set broken bones, and used splints and bandages. They also understood the importance of hygiene, using cosmetics and cleansing routines to prevent infections. While some treatments were based on superstition, many showed careful observation and practical knowledge that informed medical practices for centuries. Egyptians created a wide range of tools and inventions that made everyday life and monumental projects possible. They developed copper and bronze tools for farming, building, and craftsmanship. The shaduf, a type of irrigation tool, allowed them to raise water from the Nile for crops efficiently. They also invented the writing system, hieroglyphics, which recorded history, scientific observations, and religious texts. Papyrus scrolls made record-keeping possible, ensuring knowledge was passed down to future generations. Even cosmetics, glassmaking, and shipbuilding demonstrate their skill in combining materials and technology for practical use. Mathematics was essential for engineering, architecture, and administration. Egyptians understood basic arithmetic, geometry, and fractions, which they applied to land measurement, taxation, and construction. Surveyors measured fields after the annual Nile floods, calculating areas for planting and tax purposes. Logistics were also remarkable. Organizing labor for pyramid construction required precise planning, resource management, and coordination of thousands of workers. Their mathematical skills allowed them to plan projects of extraordinary scale with astonishing accuracy. The science and technology of ancient Egypt influenced neighboring civilizations. Greek and Roman engineers studied Egyptian methods in architecture and hydraulics. Medical knowledge, particularly in surgery and anatomy, was preserved and referenced for centuries. Even today, engineers and archaeologists study Egyptian techniques to understand how ancient monuments were constructed. From irrigation to medicine, astronomy to mathematics, the innovations of ancient Egypt reveal a society deeply committed to understanding and shaping the world around them. Ancient Egypt was not only a land of pharaohs and pyramids. It was a civilization of inventors, engineers, doctors, and astronomers. Their scientific achievements were practical, innovative, and often ahead of their time. By studying their inventions and discoveries, we can appreciate the ingenuity and brilliance of a people who continue to fascinate the modern world. Science and technology were the backbone of Egyptian civilization, allowing it to thrive for thousands of years.